I shared the
So
view
you
of
agree?
Senator. I shared
Yeah.
the view of Senator Marcoleta that this mode
Nako. Oh.
adopted by the Congress, by the House of Representatives shall be read in consonance with the provision also that the Congress shall adopt a rule. So, yun po yung ating...
All right. So you agree with the decision of the Supreme Court that it violated the one-year bar rule?
Ito ang i-interviewin ni Ma'am Pinky Webb dito sa video na to, hindi ho legal mercenary. Hindi ho kagaya ng mga abogado, mga matatandang abogado, kung tawagin niya ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta, mga matatandang ahas na nagpapakilalang legal luminary. Gayon pala, sila mga legal mercenary. Dito sa video na to, interview ho nitong si Ma'am Pinky Webb, diyan sa Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Naku, yari kayo dito. Para doon sa mga abogado nitong si School Bukol, makinig kayo dito. Taga-Integrated Bar of the Philippines ang i-interviewin ni Ma'am Pinky Webb dito sa video na to. At ang pagmumukha nitong si Marcos Jr., hindi ho niya naitago ang kanyang pagkadismaya doon sa naging desisyon ng Senado kaugnay sa impeachment nitong si VP Sara at nitong si Vice Ganda. Ano ba nangyari? Nung nakita natin itong video nito kagabi, kasi ngayon halos maghapon wala ho tayo Wala ho tayo maghapon. Noong nakita ho natin itong video nito, ng video nito kagabi, pinatay ko na lang yung cellphone kasi politika yan. Talagang meron talagang mga mga propagandist o nambubwisit, nang uurat sa mga taga-suporta nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kaso ang problema, ang binabanatan nila nakakulong na sa Dahing Netherlands. Tapos, si Tatay Digong, kilalang presidente na nagpakita ng magpagmamahal dito sa community nitong si Vice Ganda, which is yung LGBTQ+, di ba? At meron tayong kasama sa Hanay. Pag sinabing Hanay, hindi lahat ng nagsasabing Duterte, wag ko kayo maniwala dyan. Dahil baka pagka na kay Marcos na yung views, magsilipatan niya mga yan. Okay? Para sa mga kakilala ko dyan, huwag kayo masyado magpapaniwala sa mga Duterte. Harapan pagka meron ng views Marcos, lilipat na ako ng Marcos. Anak ng toka. Iba ka! Na nga mga kababayan. Tandaan ho natin mga kababayan, sa hanay natin na to, meron din ho mga LGBT. Meron ding kagaya nitong si Vice Ganda. Pero yung nakita natin totoo ang pagmamahal niya dito kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Hindi ko pinapatungkulan yung mga banateros, mga solido yan. Hindi ko pinapatungkulan yung hanay nitong sila Ma'am Joey, mga solidong Duterte supporter yan. Yan ho talaga, dyan ho kayo manood. Okay? Kay PH Update, bahala kayo kung gusto nyo. Mga banateros, mga nasa hanay ni Ma'am Joey, yung mga grupo na yan, mga solido ho yan. Third Floor Studio, solido ho yan. Mga solidong Duterte supporter ho talaga yan. Yung mga mapapanood nyo. Yan, magagarantihan ko sa inyo na yaang mga Birada Aguila. Ay nako, mga solido yan. Mga makikipaggurguran niya kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, makikipagbalyahan. Hindi lilipat yan pagka yung views na kay kay Marcos Jr., okay? Malinaw ho yun mga kababayan. Ayun na nga, nakita natin ang pagmamahal nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Dito sa grupo na to, lagi niyang sinasabi pagka meron siyang speech na, ganun din naman kasi ako Pwede ako sa babae, pwede ako sa lalaki. Wala na problema. Diba? Napaka siya lang ang nakita natin na talagang yung pagrespeto dito sa komunidad ng kinabibilangan nitong si Vice Ganda, talagang napakatindi ho. Tapos itong si Vice Ganda, wala namang ginagawa si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ba't ginanon mo, di ba? Wala naman, nakakulong na sa Dahing Netherlands, nananahimik na. Kung gusto mong birahin si VP Sara, birahin mo. Confidential fund, all day, all night, wala tayong problema dyan. Kasi yan talagang pinag-uusapan at kilala ka naman Pinklawan at Dilawan. Walang problema yan. Pero itong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na hindi na presidente at nananahimik siya sa Dahing Netherlands, babastusin mo ng gano'n, ibang usapan na yan. Kaya naman, dito sa video na to, sasalansanin ho natin, pero bago ho yan mga kababayan. Isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community. Yung join button, nandyan lang ho sa baba. Isa-isahin ho natin. Sino ba yung mga mapagkakatiwala ang pwedeng panoorin sa YouTube? Birada Aguila, sila Bisdak, solid yan. Sila BMR, solid yan. Okay? Banateros, solid yan. Sino ba? Third floor, solid yan. Yang grupo nila Ma'am Crescent, nila Tio Moreno, Ma'am Sasurgando Sasot, Ma'am Joey, mga solido yan. Makikipaggurguran yan para dito kay dating Pangulo Rodrigo Duterte. Kung yung mga iba, hindi ko nabanggit, kayo na humbalang kumilatis. Ito na mga kababayan. Dito muna tayo kay Marcos Jr. At arawin muna natin yung issue na yan. Buisit kayo. Heto, pakinggan mo natin. Si Marcos Jr. Marcos Jr. Ano sasabihin niya kaugnay dito sa impeachment?
The merits of the case were not examined by the Supreme Court.
Oh.
This is not doesn't mean this does not decide the merits of the case. It just talked about procedure. So the procedure was faulty, was lacking. So yun ang assessment ng Supreme Court. It has
Anong ibig sabihin niyan? Ang sinasabi nitong si Marcos Jr., ang sinasabi ng Korte Suprema, hindi naman absuelto si Sara Duterte. Diba? Yung merito ng kaso, hindi naman pinag-usapan. Yun lang proseso. Kaya kayo, mga kababayan, pagdating doon sa kaso, guilty si Sara Duterte. Diba? Yung ika nga pagsalansan pa lang nitong si Marcos Jr., hindi naman napag-usapan yung merito. Hindi pa naman na-acquit si Sara, kaugnay doon sa mga mga inaakusa sa kanya. Hintayin natin yung February 2026. Dahil may impeachment pa. Tama ba, mali? Tama, mali?
no bearing on the rightness or wrongness of the impeachment case.
And your reaction, sir, dun sa naging pagboto po ng Senado to archive? Nasabi niyo, sir, interested observer po kayo.
Kaya nga, so I've observed that they voted in, that's,
Medyo nanginginig-ginig pa eh. Brad, pagkatapos ng 2020, di ka na makakangiti ng ganyan. Ay, baka sa'yo mapunta yung views. Anak ng tao ka baka sa susunod. Oh my goodness.
I keep telling you, the executive has no role in this. The president has no role. I'm an impeachable officer. I cannot involve myself in any of this. So, it's really the Supreme Court.
Huwag kang mag-alala, Brad. Panalangin mo na lang na mapunta sa'yo ang views.
The Senate and the House. So yun ang kanilang. That's where the decisions were made between on the issues between the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has decided, and like I've said, that's it. That's the Supreme Court has decided.
Hindi mo sasabihin na kailangan natin sundin ang Korte Suprema. Kailangan natin respetuhin. Hindi yung Supreme Court has decided. Hindi ganun. Dapat ikaw ang pinuno ng pamahalaan, sabihin mo na obligasyon ng bawat isang Pilipino na sumunod sa Korte Suprema. Dahil kung di natin susundin ang Korte Suprema, gusto mo rin ba magka-constitutional crisis? Hoy, bangag! Tingin ka dito. Gusto mo rin ba magka-constitutional crisis tayo? Walang iya ka, oo. Ano pinaggagawa mo sa buhay mo?
The merits of the case were not examined by
Tapos na pala, hanggang doon lang siya. Eto mga kababayan, eto na nga. Eto kasi bigla tayong napaisip noong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Siguro hindi naman, eto lumana tong video na to, siguro napanood na ng iba to. Kaso noong nagmumuni-muni tayo ika nga, naalala natin, inendorso nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, itong si Rodante Marcoleta. 2019 election to 2019. Hindi ko kayo misled na papakita na bago yung video, hindi naman pala. Nantoka ito. 2019 to, endorsement nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte dito kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Ika nga, yung pangarap ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, dito sa video na to, atin nang masasaksihan ngayon sa Senado. Panoorin natin mga kababayan. Game!
So, para sa akin, kailangan natin kung marami kayong ganun ang asal sa buhay, maraming Rolante Marcoleta ang dapat sa Senado. Pero kung may isa lang at mailagay ka doon, malaking bagay na yan. at marami ka nang magawa. So para sa akin, dapat nandiyan ka sa Senado at sinabi ko sa mga tao, I said it before and I will say it again, yung Rodante Marcoleta na yan, kung hindi ninyo gawing napakamalas na bansang ito. Yung nandyan, mga negosyante, bilyonaryo, to protect their own interest. But wala kayong mga tao na gusto talagang magsilbi para sa tao. So, para sa akin, I will vote for you. I will ask the people to vote Marcoleta to the Senate so that he can be of use to the country. Yan ang appeal ko sa tao. Hindi sabihin na politika. Wala nga, hindi naman ito nagpapartido, nagpaparada dyan na anong klase-klase. But on his own, ginawa niya yung trabaho niya. And your one distinct episode ng buhay mo, hindi na manalo. Talo ka o panalo, sa Diyos na yan. It's a destiny. Pero na may dumaang Dante Marcoleta dito sa Congress na ito. Kung mapahaba natin ang termino dyan sa Congress, whether as a congressman or as a senator, what I would like him, ako mismo isang Pilipino, gusto ko, Marcoleta sa Senado. Yan ang sinasabi ko sa kung buboto kayo at maniwala kayo sa akin, iboto ninyo kasi he would be an asset sa ating gobyerno. Hindi lang sa Senado. At ang Pilipinas would be better, much better, if there are people working for the Republic of the Philippines.
Diba? Nagkatotoo ho lahat ng sinabi nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte dito sa video na to. Talagang naging asset siya ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Hindi ng mga nag-aaring-uring mga mga oligarko, kapitalista o kung sino pa man. Diba? Hindi ho yung ika nga dito sa haligang batas. Hindi kagaya ng mga kontrabida pero naratibo ng mga makakaliwa ang binibida. Hindi ho ganoon si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit mahal na natin siya. Anak ng toka. Paano pag nawala na abuse kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta, alis na sila. Huwag ganoon. Kabastusan yan eh. Ay, napaka-passionate to kasi natin pagdating sa pagsuporta. Kasi yung mga nanonood sa atin dito, totoong tao. Totoo ang pagsuporta. Tapos pakakainin mo ng peke, nakakadiri ka, di ba? Nakuha nyo ba na, ibig ko halimbawa, sa camera na to, nakikita nyo ganito sinasabi ko. Pero pag nakatalikod na ako, pag lumipat na ang views, lilipat na ako. Anong mararamdaman nyo para kay PH Update? Di ba, kahit na bago na lang kayong kahit bago na lang ako matulog pagkagabi, iniisip ko, anak ng toko, ang dami ko linokong tao. Di ba? Hindi natin kaya. Hindi natin masisikmura yan. May views kay Digong, walang views kay Digong, mananatili tayo. Mananatili ho tayo mga kababayan. Ayun na nga, balik ko tayo sa ating usapan. Yun ang dahilan kung bakit napaka-passionate natin. Napakahirap manloko ng tao. Hindi ho natin masikmura. Eto mga kababayan, ano nga bang nangyari dito kay good ba siya o bad ding? Sir Jack, manatan mo na. Ano ba siya? Good or bad ding? Bad ba siya or good ding? I-comment nyo sa baba. Kasi kung good ding siya, hindi bababa ng ganito ang kanyang following. From 20 million, yan na nga ba sinasabi ko eh. Yan na nga ba sinasabi ko. From 20 million, 19 million na lang ho siya ngayon. Palakpakan. Ngayon, ang mga kababayan natin, sinasabi nila, huwag na daw tayong mag-McDo. Ayaw na nilang mag-McDo. Mga kababayan, hihikayatin ko kayo. Tangkiligin na lang natin ang sariling atin. Huwag na ho kayong kumain dyan. Dahil ang endorser nila dyan, bad, hindi good. Dyan sa McDonald's, ang endorser nila dyan, si Vice Ganda. Ano ho yan ika nga, bad yan hindi siya good. Ano bang ginawa sa ni Tatay Digong? May pa jet ski holiday ka pang nalalaman. Ha? Loko-loko ka ba? Inaano ka ba niya? Ang tanong, magkano bayad sa'yo para gumawa ka ng ganong klaseng propaganda? Yan sinasabi ko eh. Ang tanong, magkano ba ang ibinayad sa'yo para gumawa ka ng ganong klaseng propaganda laban dito kay Tatay Digong na napabalitang namayat na, gusto na lang makauwi at kung sakali dito na siya itapusin yung mga natitirang araw ng kanyang buhay, di ba? Tapos babastusin mo ng ganon. Ibang usapan na yan. Mga kababayan yung mga nasa IG, mga nasa FB, alam nyo na ho ang gagawin dito sa sintu-sintu na to. Ako mataas respeto ko sa mga to kasi marami tayong kasama nakabilang diyan sa diyan sa organisasyon ika nga. Marami. Sino si Artio Moreno, si Alvin and Tourism, di ba? Mga kaasosasyon yung mga yan. Kasali ho sila sa organisasyon. Kaya hindi ho natin pwedeng banatan. Yun mga good ding yun. Ito, bad ding yan. Di ba? Alam nyo na ang gagawin. Pagka sabi ng anak nyo, anak, ma, gusto ko McDo. No, hindi tayo magmamakdo. Mag-Jollibee tayo. Jollibee, baka naman Kahit 2 2-piece lang. Kahit 1 2-piece lang pwede na. Ganun lang naman ho yung mga kababayan. Ito na, punta na ho tayo dito kay Ma'am Pinky Web. Kay Ma'am Pinky na ba tayo? Pagka nakikita ko si Ma'am Pinky, ang ganda talaga ni Ma'am Pinky. Dito tayo, game.
How do you feel, sir?
Okay lang.
Kaya happy, did you expect po na ganun yung magiging desisyon?
Oo, kasi alam naman namin na mas marami ang gustong sumunod sa konstitusyon. Gusto sumunod sa ruling ng Supreme Court. So, expected na natin yan. Salamat.
Supreme Court's decision today, but we have to abide by it. Because we want to prevent a constitutional crisis. We have to abide by it.
Hindi ko nalang sinasabi na, hindi, si VP Sara, hindi totoo yung mga aligasyon nila. Ang sinasabi nila, kailangan natin sumunod sa saligang batas. Kung yung mga nasa lower house, mga meron ng saltik sa utak, kami dito, ibahin nyo kami. Mga nasa tamang kaisipan kami. Hindi namin hahayaan na mapunta sa aso itong gobyerno na to. Hindi namin hahayaan na mapunta sa mga makakaliwang grupo itong bansa na to. Kaya ang mga makakaliwa, oportunidad sa kanila yun constitutional crisis. Sige, magkakaguluti sila. Behind the scene, papalakas tayo ng persa, di ba? Tayo uupo. Yun ang gusto nila, kaya huwag nyo sundin yan. Dapat tuloy yung impeachment. Later, sa susunod na panahon, ano mangyayari? Constitutional crisis. Pero ito mga mga senador, mga matatalino,
Kahit na hindi ka nag-agree, but we have to respect that's how our constitution is. No? Kung equal branch, kailangan natin respect.
Kaya lang sa meron pang motion for reconsideration sa Supreme Court.
Well, by moving it, by the motion to archive, kahit po naka-archive na yan, in case po, si Supreme Court i-grant yung motion for reconsideration, by the vote of the majority, we can revive ito pong impeachment. So, hindi ibig sabihin patay na. Naka-archive siya, but in the vote, in case po ang Suprema ay magbago, mag-overturn na kanilang naging decision, it can be revived. Pwede buhayin at ibalisin. Kaya na yun I think it's a very fair decision.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, maliwanag pa ho sa sikat ng araw yung naging desisyon ng ating mga matatalinong senador. Di kagaya nung iba dyan, ika nga meron pa silang nalalaman on the table. Baka nagte-table ka nung nasa school bukol ka.
Never miss a story. Unlock.
Teka, nagulat ako doon. Sino ba yun? May nagsasalita, wala naman nagsasalita. Baka multo yun, PH. Baka multo yun, Napaganon ako. Ano yun? Ayun na nga mga kababayan, rekta na ho tayo dito kay Ma'am Pinky Web. Isa sa mga nga pagka nakikita natin, sumasaya tayo pagka ganito kaganda. Kaharap natin Ma'am Pinky Web, mega love shoutout.
Motion for reconsideration with the court. What are the implications of the Senate's decision, and is there a way to revive the impeachment case. Let's get on point with the President of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Attorney Alan Panolong. Attorney, good to meet you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having us here.
Very
Sino
welcome.
ba yun?
The Integrated Bar of the Philippines came out with a statement last August 1 regarding the Supreme Court decision calling the impeachment complaint against the Vice President as unconstitutional. Ito po yung, it's a one-page statement. I'd like for you to summarize this only because the IBP was referred to by some of the senators during the vote yesterday. Two of them, as you mentioned, at least made reference to the IBP position.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Summarize it, please.
The official statement of the IBP is essentially summarized in this way. The Integrated Bar of the Philippines as
Mga kababayan, presidente ho yan ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Makakala nyo, ha? Hindi ho, yung mga sasabihin, itong si Attorney Alan Panolong dito, ika nga, ito talaga legit, ika nga, hindi ho ito legal mercenary. Hindi ho ito nagpapanggap na legal luminary pero mga legal mercenary. Yung mga matatandang ahas na sinasabi nitong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta, hindi ho kasama itong si Attorney Alan Panolong dito sa video na to.
a mandatory organization of lawyers in the country is for the upholding of the rule of law. We recognize that the House of Representatives has the power and authority to initiate impeachment complaint against impeachable officers. Likewise, in the same manner, we recognize that the Supreme Court, pursuant to the constitutional duty to interpret laws, has the power to determine whether there has been excesses in or grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of any agency or instrumentality of the government. So we appeal to everyone to exercise restraint, and there are available remedies under the legal framework within which to ventilate one's grievance, because I understand there are differing opinions, especially in the legal community.
Yeah, yeah.
So we advise them that there are still available remedies, although the decision says it is immediately executory.
All right, we're going to go to that in a bit. Just to summarize it, you were for obviously upholding the rule of law,
Yes.
as you mentioned a while ago.
Yes.
You also said that on the second part is that the House has the sole authority to initiate impeachment complaints.
Yes.
And then the third is that the Supreme Court has the power to determine grave abuse of discretion. When you look at the Supreme Court decision, 97 pages in total, did you agree with the decision? Did the Integrated Bar of the Philippines agree with the decision of the Supreme Court calling the impeachment complaint unconstitutional, null and void, void ab initio, and that the Senate did not acquire jurisdiction over it?
Can I say my personal opinion?
Sure, let's start with that.
I would say, based on my own personal opinion, the Supreme Court correctly ruled on the petition for nullification
ruled,
of the impeachment complaint against the Vice President.
Oy, ito, Attorney, pwede ka bang magbigay ng advice kay Soto? Ano lang, yung mapagbibigyan mo siya ng pro bono? Kasi yung mga legal luminary niya, puro palpak eh. Kung ano, sabi niya, sabi nung legal luminary ko, okay lang kahit hindi sundin ang desisyon ng Korte Suprema na yan. Ano to, Korte Suprema, di mo susundin. Nag-advise siya abogado, baka abogado ng school bukol yun.
President Sara Duterte, because the impeachment process, if I may explain very briefly, although it's a political process, but there are guidelines set forth under the Constitution, and I'm referring to Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 1, which states that, number one, the authority to initiate impeachment is vested to the House of Representatives. Paragraph 2 of Section 3 of the said article also provides that there are two modes of initiating an impeachment complaint. One, by a resolution of endorsement of a verified complaint by a member of the House of Representatives, or a verified complaint by a private citizen to be endorsed by a member of the House. Now, within 10 days, the the verified complaint shall be calendared in the order of
That
business.
shall be included in the order of
Yes,
business within
then-
10 session days.
Yes, and thereafter, within 3 session days, it shall be referred to the Committee on Justice.
Right, right.
And then, within 60 days, the Committee on Justice shall come up with a resolution. So
Yan
they
po
have
yung
to vote.
buong ano niyan eh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, and the House, it shall be the Committee on Justice shall issue by a vote of majority shall issue a resolution. Then the resolution within 10 days shall be referred to the House, and a vote of 1/3 of the House either favoring the resolution of the articles of impeachment, or to override the contrary resolution is needed. So the third mode, which is what the House of Representatives actually exercise an option, is a verified complaint endorsed by 1/3 of the members of the House of Representatives, which shall at the same time constitute the articles of impeachment.
And shall be transmitted to the Senate.
Yes, and yun na nga and the Senate shall forthwith conduct trial. Naging controversial yung word na forthwith. So, looking at that, the Supreme Court, through its judicial power under Article 8 of the 1987 Constitution, has actually expanded its judicial power. And that's, I was referring to that power to settle actual case or controversy involving rights which are legally demandable, enforceable, and to determine whether there has been a grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of any government instrumentality. So looking at that, the Supreme Court, based on its decision, found out that it violates the 1-year bar rule.
Yeah.
Because under the Constitution, an impeachable officer may only be
No impeachment complaint can be filed more than
once,
for
yes.
the same official within a period of 1 year.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So, and it has laid down, in fact, several parameters for observance of the due process, no? But I shared the
So
view
you
of
agree?
Senator. I shared
Yeah.
the view of Senator Marcoleta that this mode
Nako. Oh.
adopted by the Congress, by the House of Representatives, shall be read in consonance with the provision also that the Congress shall adopt a rule. So, yun po yung ating...
All right. So you agree with the decision of the Supreme Court that it violated the 1-year bar rule?
That is my personal opinion.
Personal. IBP.
Ayun.
For the IBP, we recognize the decision of the Supreme Court, because the decision of the Supreme Court, it forms part of the law of the land. No, once it becomes final and executory, then it is part of the laws of our land. So
When you recognize, does that mean that you agree with the decision of the Supreme Court, the IBP?
we agree.
Okay. All right. So that's clear. There were some issues that have come out, even let's just name one, former Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio, basically saying, and others, that there were what is called being factual errors. I'm not sure if you were able to read this, but I'm assuming you have because it's been going around with regards to the decision of the Supreme Court invalidating the impeachment complaint, basically because of the violation of the 1-year bar rule. It actually used a footnote in one page of an ABS-CBN report, to which ABS-CBN had clarified already, basically that there was a vote. It aired the vote. That's why they needed to clarify that, because it appeared that in the decision of the Supreme Court, it was to the contrary or the opposite of that. My question is, if there were indeed factual errors that were part of the decision of the Supreme Court, should they look into it again, especially with a clarification from the news report that was rather clarified. Should they look at it again and possibly understand if they did make an error or a mistake?
That is a discretion on the part of the Supreme Court. As we all know, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago, there were several motions for reconsiderations filed before the Supreme Court. And, well, we really don't know if the court would look into it, because during the press briefing, in fact, the spokesperson made an announcement that the decision remains immediately executory. But, well, you know, the Supreme Court can, on its power, can actually look into it if it wishes to. So it's really up to the Supreme Court to decide on that.
The second part that you had mentioned a while ago is that there were conditions laid down by the Supreme Court when it comes to the mode of transmittal of the, if you have one-third vote, you transmit that that constitutes the articles of impeachment and
Yes.
transmitted to the Senate. That's where the Supreme Court laid down 7 requirements, call it conditions,
Yes.
that have to be met to be able to respect the right of an individual that is being impeached. Do you agree that the Supreme Court had the right to be able to lay down those conditions when in Article 11, also, I think it's Section 8, that it says that the House shall promulgate its
own rules. Yes.
regarding the impeachment? What do you think of that?
As a matter of procedure, any person facing charges is really entitled for a due process, because that is a right guaranteed under the Constitution. So it's one of the basic
Due process talaga.
rights enshrined under our Constitution. So I submit that the Vice President who is being the subject of the impeachment is entitled to due process.
Ang nagsasalita ho dyan IBP, Integrated Bar of the Philippines President. Attorney Alan. Attorney, meron ka bang kilalang legal mercenary? Yung mga matatandang ahas, kilalang boy mo ngayon?
Did the decision of the Supreme Court clarify? Does it make it more clear now what one needs?
Prinsipyo lang prinsipyo ha. Prinsipyo lang. Mas bilib pa ako sa mga vlogger ni Marcos, sa totoo lang. Pagka ganon, nako, prinsipyo lang. Lalo na yung mga nung panahon ng kampanya, Marcos sila, hanggang ngayon Marcos sila. Mas bilib pa ako sa kanila, sa totoo lang.
To do regarding impeaching
lang.
an impeachable officer because
Ayun
of the
naman, oo.
conditions laid down. There's 2 things. Some say at least mas malinaw ngayon. Yung isa naman sinasabi, tila mas mahirap ngayon mag-impeach ng impeachable officer. What do you think of that?
Well, basically, the impeachment is a political exercise. We cannot deny that. But in the course of that exercise of that power by the political bodies, it has also to observe the corresponding guidelines set forth by the Constitution. So that's what I
But
see.
the Constitution said the House shall promulgate its rules.
Yes. And I suppose the Supreme Court has taken a closer look of the rules of the House.
And decided that it would be best to be able to already state these 7 conditions that must be adhered to, followed when looking into impeaching anybody. All right. Let's talk about the vote
Yeah.
yesterday. So that's 19, 4, and 1. 1 abstained. That was Senator Ping Lacson.
Ping Lacson,
Yeah,
yes.
that's right. What do you think of? Did they have to vote? Was it wise? Was it right for the senators to have voted on the Supreme Court decision to dismiss the impeachment complaint? Or should they have waited for another possible decision coming from the Supreme Court, given that there were petitions filed before them?
Yesterday, I was closely watching the events that turned in the Senate, but I was not able to look at the manner of voting by each member of the Senate. But I think they did the right thing, because this has been going on, and they are placed in a position wherein they really have to act whether to temporarily archive or to dismiss. And based on the deliberations yesterday, it turned out that the motion to archive the case of the impeachment case of the Vice President unanimously, there was a majority vote favoring that. And I think that is the best thing to do, because if you listen to the speeches of some of the senators, especially those who have legal background, those who are lawyers, they recognize the authority, the power of the Supreme Court to decide on the particular issue. So they are in effect recognizing that the Supreme Court really has the authority to rule on this. No, that is, although there are some who do not agree, no, but overall, as I observe, many of the senators acknowledge the power of the court.
Yeah.
Because, if you don't agree with the power of the court, with the decision of the court, it will invite, unnecessary issue or problem. And that's one thing that we want to avoid.
There were a couple of senators who actually said, meron pa bang mas supreme
Yeah.
sa Supreme Court?
Yeah.
Is there a supremer or supremest
Yeah,
court?
yes.
It is a Supreme Court. However, I do recall one senator right now, I think it was Senator Kiko Pangilinan, who said that not voting on it does not mean you're not following the Supreme
Yeah.
Court ruling. You're just saying, sandali lang, hintayin muna natin kung ano magiging aksyon ng Korte Suprema hinggil dun sa mga petitions filed or the motion for reconsideration filed before the Supreme Court. What about that? He says, it doesn't necessarily mean na hindi ko sinusunod ang Korte Suprema. Sinasabi ko lang, sandali lang, hintayin muna natin anong magiging final judgment nila.
Well, that's how he sees it as a lawyer, no? But, when the Supreme Court decides on cases, especially involving constitutional issues, the Supreme Court is actually upholding the supremacy of the Constitution. So, to which all other laws of the land must bow to the supremacy of the Constitution. It is not asserting its power or authority over the other co-equal branch
Of government.
Yes, but it's actually interpreting or upholding the Constitution. So, ganun po yun yung kan. So,
Dito po lumalabas din yung question on, is it a trier of facts?
basically, the Supreme Court is not a trier of facts. That is settled under the current jurisdiction. But, yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, yes. So,
You said it's been established that
because
they're not
it's
a trier
only
of facts.
determine the legal issue.
Okay.
So,
We'll be taking a very short break. We'll continue our discussion.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, dito na una tatapusin ng ating reaction video. Maraming salamat sa pagsuporta sa PH Update. Manatiling mapagmatsyag, mapagsiyasat, at huwag basta-basta magpapabola. Mag-ingat ako kayo lahat. Mahal natin ng Pilipinas.